Hi friends, we're correcting our perimeter workbook page on 120. Number 1, 18 meters. 2, 20 feet. 3, 22 meters. 4, 24 yards. 5, 14 inches. 6, 24 meters. 7 is 7 centimeters. 8 is 8 centimeters. 9 is 12 centimeters. 10 would be 40 centimeters, and 11 would be 54 inches. Okay, let's go ahead and look at today's lesson. We're looking on workbook or textbook page 322. It's 9.11, and we're doing area today. So the definition, and that's one of your vocab words that you have. So the area is the number of square units in a surface. So let's talk about square units and what that means. If you look up here, right here, I drew some squares. I drew a rectangle first. And then if I got out my centimeter ruler, like I showed you the other day, yesterday, and I measured one of those inches, or one of those centimeters, and then I made a line there. And it was 1 centimeter on this side, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. So it was a square, and all around the square measured 1 centimeter. So one of those would be considered 1 square unit. So it's a square, and it measures 1 centimeter all the way around, or 1 inch, or 1 meter, or whatever unit you're measuring in. This one is centimeters, and that's how I showed you yesterday to use your ruler, centimeters. So 1 square centimeter would be 1, 1, 1 all the way around. Okay, so area is the number of square units in a surface. So that's what we're going to be looking at today for your workbook, or in your textbook, and you're going to be solving some area problems in your workbook. Okay. So let's look at number 1 in your textbook. We're only going to do 1, 2, and 3. It's pretty simple. I don't want you to get really worried about doing this. So if we broke number 1 up into 1 inch, or sorry, I keep saying inch, 1 centimeter squares. Okay? So you can use your ruler to do this. But if you break it up, you'll probably get some lines in an area that looks like this, right? So there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you would have 6 using your ruler, doing 1, 1, 1. So there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that would be your answer. That's all you're doing, is you're measuring the flat surface, one area, like one face of the cube or whatever shape you're doing, into square units, and this one would be 6 square centimeters. So your answer would be like this: 6, because we counted out 6 boxes, 6 square centimeters. In squared, you put a little 2. Or you could write it 6, abbreviate square, and abbreviate centimeters. You could have any of these for these 2 options for number 1. So centimeters squared, or you could write abbreviate squared in centimeters. Okay? Number 2, let's break that up into squared centimeters, or squared units for centimeters. So this is going to measure for number 2. Using your ruler, go ahead and get that out. Pause the video if you need to take more time to measure it. It's going to be 2 centimeters. So you're going to want to break this in half to get that 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. So it's squared units. And then you're going to measure this across into 1 centimeter units. Pause the video again if you need to do that. How many can you break it up into? Pause the video and try. You get out your ruler. You should measure it as 4 centimeters across. So then you will have 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and then you're going to count how many squared units you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this answer is 8 squared centimeters, or written like that, either way, for number 2. Okay, number 3, try it all by yourself. Pause the video. Do it from start to finish, all by yourself. Get out that centimeter ruler, break it up into squared centimeters, break it up into squares, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. See how many you get. See what your total area is. Okay, let's look. This one was a little funny, but you can see if you measured that would be 1 centimeter. So you would want to make that straight all the way across. And if you break it up, this measured 2, so you would break it up into two boxes, 1 inch or 1 centimeter up, each. And then each of these, you should have been able to get 4 out of the bottom. So 2 on the top, 4 on the bottom would give you 6. And the answer for number 3 would also be 6 squared centimeters. 1, 2, and 3. So basically, friends, you're just breaking it up into those squares. Sometimes it will give it to you. A lot of times for what we'll do on our quiz on Monday and what we will do on our workbook, they'll give you these broken up already. Let me double check in the workbook. But I'm pretty sure that you don't have to measure them. You just have to count how many. Yes, that's all you have to do, is count how many squared units there are. Okay? So it's really simple. This is just the beginning of area. When you get older, it'll get a little bit more difficult. But for the very beginning of area, it's just the number of squared units on the surface. Okay? So go ahead and do your workbook tonight, page 121, and we'll correct that tomorrow. Remember, your quiz, your vocab quiz, is on Monday, not Friday this week for this, and that will be the last one for this chapter. We are not going to take a chapter test for the, is it 9 we're in? Yeah, 9. We're not taking a chapter test. We've broken it down into all those vocabularies, and most of the test would have just been the vocabulary, and we broke it down into the smaller quizzes for you. So there won't be one big whole chapter test for chapter 9, okay? So remember, the quiz is Monday. Do your workbook. We'll check that tomorrow. See you then.